Welcome, everyone. I hope you are good. Today, I'm going to share with you exactly how to respond when you have a spouse that is very defensive. If your husband is always very defensive and turning things around to attack you, I'm going to share with you what to do. If your wife is very defensive, you can never be right. No matter what you say, she's going to find a way to turn it around and it will be your fault. I'm going to share with you how exactly to do that. Now, what is defensiveness? Defensiveness is when a person hears you and turns what you've said around to attack you, or to say, you know what, you're the one that is not sensitive, or that you're not understanding me, and I'm not wrong. They are never wrong. They're never wrong. And what happens here is that you then, who is on the receiving end, you feel frustrated. You feel disconnected from your spouse. If you're a woman, you feel disconnected from your husband, and the man feels disconnected from their wife, and they feel, you feel as if you are married to someone who doesn't care to really understand your feelings. Because if you complain that you're hurt, they said, why are you complaining? Can't you see that this is it? If you complain that they've done wrong, they're going to say, no, I didn't do wrong. I was right. If you complain that they are not doing their part, they will say, well, I'm doing more than enough. It feels like you then begin to feel as if something's wrong with you. You then begin to feel as if you are just making stuff up, and as if you're alone in the marriage. Now, if that is you, I have answers for you. When a person is defensive all the time, there are reasons why. There are reasons why, and the first of them, and the big picture of them, if you are used to the love workout world, you understand that the reason why a person is defensive at any time or whenever they are defensive is because they feel that the love or the joy, the freedom, the blessing, or the goodness that they have is about to be taken away from them, or they want more. This is the reason why anybody does anything negative, right? There's something that they want, something that they really desire, that they feel that they're going to lose, or they just want more of it. This is why anybody does what they do. This, what I just said, is something that if you just take your time to think about and accept, it would impact your life. Excuse me. Because once you know that there's one thing that everybody wants, and they're always going to do their best to get it, and that thing is not really the outward thing. So for someone, for example, someone fighting for power, they want to be the leader. You may think that what they're fighting for is power, but that's not really what they're fighting for. They just know that power can give them what they want, which is a feeling of being valued, being needed, being powerful, being not unforgettable. This is what everyone wants. This is what everyone wants. Those who are looking for money, they want billions of dollars, is because they don't want to be ignored. This is what everyone is fighting for. It's what we call love, right? Love, being valued, being respected for who you are, not ignorable. People cannot ignore you. You are too important to be ignored. This is value. This is what people want. Everyone loves for that. That's what we all crave for. So when a person is defensive, when I was defensive, it is because I feel attacked. Whenever I felt attacked, and I'm always feeling attacked. Whenever I felt attacked, or when I felt that I was misunderstood, when I felt misunderstood or attacked, I will be defensive. Now, the person that is talking to me may not be attacking me. The person that is talking to me may not be misunderstanding me, but I just feel like that. And so anyone that you feel that you see very defensive, this is a problem. They feel like that. I don't want to look bad, like me then. I didn't want to look bad in any way. I felt that I had this weird understanding that whenever you make a mistake, something is wrong. You've done wrong. You're not up to the value that you ought to. And so whenever I perceived anyone looking at me as if I've made a mistake, I would defend myself. And of course, if you are in the habit of doing that, you're going to cause some disconnection with the people around you. And I think, I'm just going to say this out there, I think we all fall somewhere in the spectrum. It's not like your marriage is perfect because you never defend yourself. That's not the case. There's a minimal amount that is normal. It's okay. But you still have to work on that. Yes. But when it comes to every time, every day, it breaks marriages. Why? Because it brings disconnection. So if you're on the receiving end of that, you are going to begin to feel disconnected to the point where you may want to say, you know what, maybe this marriage is not worth it. Maybe this person doesn't care. It's not that they don't care. It's just that they've learned to defend themselves all the time. They've learned to not do bad, not do wrong, not fail, and it has the strength in the sense that it gives them a drive. They try to excel and succeed. They're very competitive. So if you find someone that's very competitive, they are going to most likely also be very defensive at all times. Now, so if you have that kind of a spouse or husband or wife, then what I'm going to share with you what you're going to do. So there are three things, but the one and the most important one I want to share is that don't take it personally. Don't think that your husband, who is always defending himself, is just trying to be mean to you. Don't do that, because it's really not the case. The case is that they feel attacked. Maybe you're attacking them, but really most times you're not attacking them. They just feel attacked. So don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. They feel that they have done wrong and they don't want to be wrong. That's another one. I have a friend like that. Doesn't want to be wrong. Never wants to be wrong. And even when they're wrong, or even they don't need to be wrong. When they're not the one that came up with a good idea, they still feel bad. Now, they're not mad at you. They just feel bad. So don't take it personally. I'm not saying that the behavior is right. I'm saying here's what you can do to make sure that it doesn't become worse and break your marriage. You as the one who's on the receiving end, you're gonna have to put up a mirror for your husband or for your wife to see that what they're doing is hurting them and hurting their marriage. Just like God used my wife to open my eyes to say, why are you always defending yourself? And of course, before that, the Lord has been speaking to my heart and saying, why can't you be wrong? What is wrong if people think that you are wrong? What is wrong if people think wrong about you? Right? They think that you are a failure and you're not. What's the problem with that? As long as I don't think you're a failure, your wife doesn't think you're a failure, you're doing well. Why would you then need to defend or prove that? And that's how God helped me find a something broken inside, healing that needed to be done. And God healed me. And that healing is how now, if someone says you did wrong, I think quickly first to say, I'm sorry, before I explain whatever. And many times now, God has helped me. I don't need to explain. Even when my wife says, why, what you did that, I'm ready to say, well, oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Before now, I would explain why. And maybe now I still fall into that trap from time to time because old habits die hard. But I know that a lot of that has gone away. All right. So I'm saying the same thing to you now. The first thing is don't take it personally. Second thing is acknowledge what they say. All right. So if a defender, those of us who likes to defend, if a defender comes up and maybe you tell them something and they defend themselves instead of escalating and saying, that's not what I'm saying, and just make it worse. Listen to their defense and say, yes, I see what you are defending. I understand your defense, but this is how I felt. And that makes a big difference. So you use the I now, you reflect it to them that this is how you felt. regardless of what they have defended. Yes, that helps a lot to make things better. And the third thing is ask questions. Yes, ask some clarification questions in that area. So if they have defended themselves in this way, and you know that their defense is still weird, it's not hitting home, you can then ask questions that will make them think in the area that you are thinking about. And it's not a question to make them look foolish, because as long as they don't feel good, as long as it makes them feel foolish or feel like a failure, they're going to keep defending themselves. As a question that will make them see the other side of the question, and you can say position it in terms of, oh, I always thought this, or I assumed that. That helps them see more clearly the area that they may have failed. So if you want more, you can do one of three things. Now, you can reach out to me and book a call on my calendar, 15 minutes call. It can be full sometimes. If it's available, then book it. adesobanjo.com/chat. Where is that? Turn on. Yes, adesobanjo.com/chat. You can book a call with me, or you can join my masterclass that's happening. It happens once a month. It's an extended time live, where I show you the 5 steps that you can follow to transform any marriage from scratch, any marriage, and in record time, without your spouse, even if your spouse is not interested. That's why you notice that the videos that I share, they are done with a mind that I'm talking to one person at a time. I'm talking to one person at a time, because many times in the marriage, you don't have your spouse to explain, to sit here and then please don't be critical to her. No, you don't have that. So you must work on your own for a while. So that's what I'm going to show you, how to transform your marriage even when your spouse is not there. And I'm going to share 5 steps. Now, these steps, I didn't invent them. God invented them, and they have been working for thousands of years with many examples. So I'm going to show them to you. I'm just going to put them together and show them. They are very simple, just like everything God does, and they are free to use. You can use them. And so I want to present those to you in the masterclass. adesobanjo.com/masterclass, and you'll register for that. Final thing that you can do to get more is my friendship rebuilding cheat sheet. Friendship rebuilding cheat sheet. If you have not downloaded that, just go to adesobanjo.com/friends. All of these are in the description of this video. adesobanjo.com/friends. You download the cheat sheet. It's a 1-page document that shows you how to rebuild friendship in your marriage. There's a video that comes along with it. You can watch the video, and when you watch the video, you will then use the cheat sheet to remember everything that you heard in that video. All right, so that's it. And if you love this and you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you like the video, like it. And if you have comments, put the comments there. I have questions, put it in the comment section, and I will get to your topic. All right, may the Lord bless you and keep you. And until we meet again tomorrow, continue to love like Jesus and make mega impact.